Welcome to this year's Fakuma show. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about our product highlight for this year, which is the Luxor EA and EMA dry air dryer with integrated conveying. The dryer comes in 3 different sizes. What you're looking at here is the Luxor EMA 100. It has a 100-litre drying bin, but we have another version with 60 litres and a larger version with 150 litres. The unit has been designed to operate in all types of ambient conditions. In other words, in very high ambient temperatures in Asia and also with very, very high air humidity. Though it's a small dryer, it has all of the benefits and the quality factors that belong to our larger system dryers. The main point I would say is that it has ETA Plus, which is our energy saving feature that we have in the system dryers, and it allows us, when the material is dry, to be able to reduce the dry air flow inside the drying bin so that we don't over dry material, but we don't under dry it either. Now, this is done by measuring the return air temperature of the air that passes through the material, and by measuring that we can then tell whether the material is up to temperature or not. The dryer comes with a very high quality control. It has a 4-color touch display, and it can be integrated into our systems, but it can also run as a standalone unit. ETA Plus is the key sales argument that we have for this small dryer. Has all the features of a system dryer, and that means that we need to be able to vary the airflow that runs through the drying bin, which is full of material. We do this using a frequency converter. At the bottom you can see dry air blower. That's what generates the air that then passes through the drying bin. And you can see here in this little box, this is a frequency converter. This allows us to vary the speed of the blower up and down depending on the throughput that's going through the drying bin. The drying bin is critical to the way that material is dried as well. What you don't want are any dead spots or dead zones inside the bin. So the geometry of the bin is critical. Not just that, the way it's built. All of the drying bins that we use with the Luxor EMA and the EA are system drying bins. So they're exactly the same as the high quality system bins that we use for central systems. They're made of stainless steel, they're fully insulated, and they don't have any areas where material can be caught, which can obviously cause cross-contamination once you do a material change. As I'd mentioned, we have integrated conveying, which is included in the control of the dryer. At the bottom, there's a separate blower, 3-phase blower for conveying, and we can convey the raw material into the drying bin, and from the drying bin, from the suction box, out to 2 processing machines. So we can control 3 hopper loaders with this dryer. All of the conveying from the drying bin is done using dry air. That means if you're drying a hygroscopic material, it has no chance of reabsorbing moisture or going cold. In addition, as an option, you can have line purging, which means that when you convey to the processing machine, you then follow on with dry air without any material, making sure that all the material is at the processing machine and not left in the pipework. We can add regrind or 2 separate materials with proportioning valves, and again, these are included in the dryer control too. And we have a very high quality filter system. A very important part of the conveying is making sure that no dust or contaminants then get out into the atmosphere or into the processing machine. We have a central dust filter which is in function identical to the high quality filters that we use in central systems. We have a fine dust filter, but in addition, inside the unit, there's a cyclone filter, which then separates the dust from the conveying air, and the dust is then collected in the transparent dust collector at the bottom. We also have a pressure differential switch which runs across the filter, which allows the customer then to be able to know when he needs to change the filter. In other words, the filter won't get blocked. These are all functions that you would normally never find in a dryer of this size.